There's a law in this world that most men never talk about. It's silent, but it governs their mind, their drive, and their downfall. It's called the law of lust. Every man feels it, that fire that pulls him toward pleasure, the whisper that tempts him to chase instant satisfaction. But few ever understand that this same energy, if mastered, can be the very power that builds empires. Lust, by itself, is not evil. It's energy. It's raw, untamed power. It's the drive that pushes men to create, to conquer, to rise. But when it owns you, when it becomes your master, it destroys everything it touches. Lust promises satisfaction but delivers emptiness. It feeds on your discipline, your focus, your potential. The more you obey it, the weaker you become. Every time you give in, something inside you fades. Your strength, your clarity, your hunger for greatness. You think it's harmless. You think it's just a release. But the truth is, every indulgence takes a piece of you. Every time you choose lust over discipline, you trade long-term power for short-term pleasure. And that's a deal no real man should ever make. The world today is built to exploit your desires. Every screen, every image, every scroll is designed to hijack your instincts. They want you addicted to pixels, to fantasy, to distraction. They want you drained, not dangerous, because a man who controls his lust is uncontrollable. He's powerful. He's dangerous to mediocrity. He becomes the kind of man who creates rather than consumes, who leads rather than follows, who builds rather than begs. You see, the law of lust is simple. If you serve it, it enslaves you. If you master it, it serves you. The same fire that burns you alive can forge you into steel. Lust is energy, pure creative force. When you stop wasting it, when you redirect it into your goals, your work, your purpose, everything about you changes. Your eyes sharpen, your presence deepens, your confidence returns. You start walking differently because you're no longer chasing pleasure. You're becoming it. This is why ancient warriors, monks, and kings all spoke of the same truth, that the man who conquers himself is greater than the man who conquers 1,000 others. They knew that lust was the battlefield of the soul. They knew that power didn't come from chasing women or pleasure, but from the restraint to say no when every cell in your body screams yes. That's not weakness. That's mastery. Every time you resist temptation, you train your will. Every time you choose discipline over desire, your energy grows. And that energy doesn't vanish. It transforms. It fuels your vision, your ambition, your creativity. You start feeling alive again. You start seeing possibilities where before there was only fog. Because lust clouds the mind, it blinds you from your mission. But once you pull yourself out of that fog, you see clearly who you could become. And the truth is, most men never feel their full potential because they're always running on empty. They spill their power in moments of weakness, day after day, year after year, wondering why they feel unmotivated, lazy, or lost. They think they're cursed, but they're simply drained. They don't understand that lust is stealing their life force, their drive, their masculine essence. The moment they take control of it, everything changes. Imagine what would happen if you channeled that same energy into your craft, your fitness, your purpose. The force that once destroyed your focus could now sharpen it. The urge that once distracted you could now push you to greatness. That's the secret behind legends. They're not men without desire. They're men who've learned to harness it. They've turned lust into legacy. Lust is not your enemy. Your lack of control is. When you understand this, you stop fearing your urges. You start mastering them. You stop being led by them. You start leading them. You stop living as a slave. You start living as a creator. Because a man who can control his lust can control anything. Money, fame, power. None of it can control him because he's already mastered himself. And mastery is not about suppression. It's about transformation. It's not about denying your nature, but directing it. Every time that surge of desire hits you, don't waste it. Channel it. Take that fire and pour it into something that builds you. Your body, your business, your art. Let it fuel your obsession with progress, because when lust becomes purpose, it becomes divine. But the road to mastery is not easy. There will be days when the temptation feels unbearable, when your mind screams for release, when everything inside you wants to surrender. That's when the real battle begins. That's when you forge yourself in fire. You either give in and remain the same, or you endure and evolve. And every time you endure, you grow stronger. Every time you say no, you rise higher, until one day the things that once controlled you bow before you. That's what the law of lust teaches. Control the source of your weakness, and it becomes your greatest strength. Let it control you, and you'll stay trapped in cycles of regret and emptiness. But rise above it, and you'll unlock a version of yourself that's focused, disciplined, magnetic, and unstoppable. You'll stop seeking pleasure in distractions and start finding fulfillment in progress. You'll stop chasing women who drain your energy and start attracting people who match your purpose. You'll stop wasting your fire and start using it to forge your destiny, because the man who controls his lust doesn't chase, he attracts. He doesn't seek validation. He embodies power. The law of lust isn't about guilt or shame. It's about awareness and mastery. It's about remembering who you are: a creator, not a consumer; a leader, not a follower; a man of direction, not distraction. The fire inside you is not meant to burn you, it's meant to build you. But only if you have the discipline to hold it, the patience to channel it, and the strength to master it. So the next time lust whispers your name, pause. Feel that energy. Don't run from it. Don't waste it. Transform it. Let it become the fuel that drives you to greatness. Because one day when you look back, you'll realize that the moments you resisted pleasure were the moments you built your power. And that's the law of lust, the law that separates weak men from warriors, wanderers from kings, boys from gods. The question is, which one will you become?